जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Jai Radha Vallabha Radhe Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol. Jayom Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajaka Acharya Stotra Sata. His Divine Grace Abhay Charanam Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Radha Vallabha Ki Jai. Shri Shri Gaurnitai Ki Jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. I think it should be okay. I think we'll manage. It's okay. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 10, titled The Opulence of the Absolute, verse number 9. Macchitta madgata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Macchitta madgata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Macchitta madgata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Two men and two ladies chant the verse.
Macchitta madgata prana
Macchitta madgata prana
bodhayanta parasparam
bodhayantah parasparam
katyanchascha mam nityam
kathayantascha mam nityam
tushyanti cha ramanti cha.
tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Macchitta madgata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha tushyanti cha ramanti cha Macchitta madgata prana Bodhayantah parasparam Kathayantascha mam nityam Tushyanti cha ramanti cha Macchitta madgata prana Bodhayantah parasparam Kathayantascha mam nityam Tushyanti cha ramanti cha Macchittah, their minds fully engaged in me. Madgata pranah, their lives devoted to me. Bodhayantah, preaching. Parasparam, among themselves. Kathayantah, talking. Cha, also. Mam, about me. Nityam, perpetually. Tushyanti, become pleased. Cha, also. Ramanti, enjoy transcendental bliss. Cha, also. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. I will read only the first paragraph of the purport by Srila Prabhupada. It's quite long, so I will only read the first para. Purport. Pure devotees, whose characteristics are mentioned here, engage themselves fully in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Their minds cannot be diverted from the lotus feet of Krishna. Their talks are solely on the transcendental subjects. The symptoms of the pure devotees are described in this verse specifically. Devotees of the Supreme Lord are 24 hours daily engaged in glorifying the qualities and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Their hearts and souls are constantly submerged in Krishna, and they take pleasure in discussing Him with other devotees. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I am very happy to be in your midst this evening. Happy to see so many of you gathered here today to hear about Krishna. Only devotees are interested in hearing about Krishna, nobody else. So if you are here today, it means you are a devotee. But of course, the word devotee is a term that is not so easy to understand. We may, for example, say that this child, which class are you in grade in school? Prep. He's a student. Would it be wrong to say that he's a student? He's a student. But he's in the kindergarten. Yes, that was prep school. Is there any university student here? Any PhD student or something like that? Any postgraduate student? Yes, okay. What are you studying? Master's? Master's degree, okay. So you have, but he's also a student? Yes. So you have somebody who's in the kindergarten who's a student. You have somebody in the master's program in the university who's a student. Both are students. So is it wrong to call either of them a student? No. So when you use the term student, it can mean so many things. He may be in kindergarten, maybe in year 5 of school, year 10, maybe undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate. In fact, we are students till we die, isn't it? We always learn till our very last breath. So nobody can say at any point in time that I'm not a student. We always learn so many things. So in a similar way, the word devotee can be understood. There's someone who has just begun devotional service, or someone whose idea of Krishna may not be very clear, but is some kind of a devotee. They have some sense of understanding of Krishna. They have some sense of doing some service to Krishna. So they're also devotees of some sort. And then there are some devotees like Srila Prabhupada, so exalted, so pure. Many times we see this, well, not necessarily in all the other countries, but especially when we talk to Indians in India, and you tell them about Krishna consciousness, and sometimes Indians outside India also. And you talk to them about Krishna, and they say, I know Krishna, I know. I'm a devotee of Krishna also. So they use the terms very lightly without really knowing what these terms mean. Very lightly, it's dismissed off. I know Krishna. But it's not so easy to know Krishna. Have you heard of Brahma? Brahma is the creator of the universe. Not an ordinary folk, like ordinary person like you and me. But he is the creator of the whole universe. The most intelligent person in the whole creation. He can see the whole universe as if it's like a little fruit in the palm of his hand. He can understand everything that's going on in the whole universe like that. Now we can't even understand what's going on outside this room here. We are sitting here, we don't know what's going on beyond. So our capacity to understand things is very severely limited. But Brahma, his intelligence is beyond our imagination. He is the one who has created the whole universe. But of course, he is not an independent creator. He himself is a great devotee of Lord Krishna. It is only because Lord Krishna gives him the intelligence and the ability to create, that Brahma is able to create. So Brahma is the secondary creator. And his greatness, his intelligence, his vision is so high, we can't really fathom it. And do you know what Brahma says? There's a verse in the great book, the Srimad Bhagavatam, in which he says, addressing such people who say, I know Krishna. So he has a response to them. What does he say? Jananta eva janantu kim bahuktya me prabho manaso vapusho vacho vaibhavam tava gochara. So this Sanskrit verse means that Brahma is saying, for those people who say, I know Krishna, let them say it. Let them say. What Brahma implies is, they say like that because they don't know what they're talking about. That's his implication. Right? For example, if someone were to, like me, were to come and say, I know nuclear physics, I don't know anything about nuclear physics. But if I just say, then it doesn't mean anything. So Brahma says, he's quite upset with these people who say, I know Krishna. He said, for those people who say, I know Krishna, let them say. They don't really know what they're talking about. But as far as I am concerned, oh, what can I say? Even with the limits of my words, my actions, my thoughts, I cannot even fathom a fraction of the glories and the greatness of Krishna. That is my understanding. I am unable to comprehend the greatness of Krishna, his glories, his qualities, his beauty, his various other qualities. Now, when such a personality like Brahma says, I can't fathom Krishna like that, then we have to sit up and take notice. And we can't just dismissively say, I know Krishna. Similarly, we can't say, I'm a devotee. What does it mean to be a devotee? What it means to be a devotee is to be devoted to Krishna, to be a lover of Krishna. For those people who say that I know Krishna, the test is, do you love Krishna? Because you can know Krishna only by loving him. And that is what he says in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya aham evam vidhorjuna gyatum drashtum cha tattvena pravishtum cha parantapa. So Krishna says, my dear Arjuna, it is only by undivided devotional service, it is only by love that you can understand me as I am, the Supreme Personality of Godhead standing before you. And once you know me through that love as the Supreme Lord, Gyatum, then you will be qualified to one day see me face to face, drashtum cha tattvena. In truth, you will be able to see me face to face. Praveshtum cha, and then you will enter into my eternal abode. So the process for knowing Krishna is to become a lover of Krishna. That is what it means to be a devotee. So when somebody dismissively says, I am a devotee of Krishna, then we should ask, do you really love Krishna? Yes, and what does it mean to love Krishna? Now, those of you know from maybe from your own experience, and maybe from movies you've seen, which I hope you don't see anymore after coming to this temple. But when two people fall in love, they do all kinds of things, isn't it? So similarly, there are symptoms. When a person is a lover of Krishna, there are symptoms by which we can understand whether the person actually loves Krishna or not. Suppose there's a mother and a child, and she stays up all night to look after the child. when the child is sick or the child wakes up and so on. Why? Because there's love. If the mother is asked, well, why don't you stay up tonight? Your child is sick. No, I love my child, but I won't do any service. I just love, that's all. No. That love manifests in terms of service. You simply can't say, I love Krishna and then not do any service to Krishna. So if somebody says, I love Krishna, I'm a devotee of Krishna, the question is, how much service are you doing to Krishna? Are you having darshan of his beautiful forms regularly? Are you chanting his holy names regularly? Are you hearing about his messages and pastimes regularly? Are you associating with his devotees regularly? Are you offering services to him regularly, every day? Otherwise, that is not being a devotee of Krishna. So therefore, when we love Krishna, we will want to do all these things and more of these things, as much as we can. One time I was giving a lecture and one lady, she said, why do we have to chant the name? Why do we have to serve Krishna? Isn't it enough for me to just love Krishna in my heart? And I gave the same example to her. You're a mother? She said, yes. How old are your children? She said, they're 15 and 16. So when they were very young, they were toddlers, and when they cried at night, did you say, I love my children, but I won't wake up in the night for them? No. You did that. Why? Because there was love. You didn't say, I just love my children in my heart, and I won't express that through service and action. So in the same way, when we love Krishna, automatically we will serve Krishna in so many ways. So we may say, well, what if I don't have love for Krishna now? Then what should I do? Well, serve him anyway. Just keep on serving him, and by the process of service, you will develop love for Krishna. This is the beauty. The more you serve Krishna in all the different ways that I mentioned, you will love Krishna. And the more you love Krishna, the more you will want to serve him. And the real keenness of that service comes in the eagerness to hear and speak about Krishna. So when you're in love with Krishna, you will want to always talk about him. You will want to always hear about him. You don't want to hear about anything else. That is the symptom of a real devotee of Krishna, a true devotee of Krishna. So if someone claims, I'm a devotee of Krishna, but then goes and does so many activities that cause forgetfulness of Krishna, then that's not really being a devotee of Krishna. If he says, well, I love Krishna, but in the evenings I go to the pubs, and then I have some good drinks there, and then after that I go to the cinema with my friends, and then after that I go to the football match, and then I go here and I go there, and where is the time for Krishna? Where is my service to Krishna then? Where is my love for Krishna? So the love for Krishna must come and be expressed in the time and the energy spent on Krishna and hearing and chanting. And this is in fact the principal symptom. In this verse from the Bhagavad Gita that we have just read, Krishna outlines here the symptoms of a pure devotee and of pure devotees in general, in plural. The first thing that Krishna says is Macchitta. That means that their minds are constantly engaged in Krishna. So the pure devotees are always thinking about Krishna and of things connected to Krishna, like Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's messages, Krishna's beautiful form, Krishna's devotees, sometimes even Krishna's prasadam. So we think of things connected to Krishna, Macchitta. To the degree we are not thinking of Krishna, to that degree we are not devoted to Krishna. Madgata prana, which means that they consider me their life and soul. Practically it means as Srila Prabhupada translates here, it means that their lives are devoted to me, completely dedicated to me, surrendered to me. So do we have an independent existence apart from service to Krishna? If yes, then I'm not a real devotee. Don't get disheartened. Don't feel discouraged. We are practicing devotees. We are probationers. We are learning how to be devotees of Krishna. But we are given the perfected stage here in the Bhagavad Gita. So we know what is our ideal, where we should be reaching. So if we practice sincerely, then one day we will also be able to attain the same stage that is described by Krishna here. And then he says, Bodhayantaha parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam. He says they always enlighten one another, bodhayantaha and kathayantaha. They speak about me. So when the devotees gather together, they speak about stock markets and, They speak about Krishna, not about how to make money and how to enjoy this world and about politics and about so many other things. So the characteristics of the devotees are that when they come together, they speak only about Krishna and things connected to Krishna. And most importantly, Krishna says, this is what they derive pleasure in. So if you really want to know somebody, you have to ask that person, what gives you happiness? Yes, good question. What gives you happiness? Someone will say golf, someone will say football, someone will say money, someone will say so many things. But only one who says Krishna, that is a true devotee. So the true devotees take pleasure only in Krishna, who is a fountainhead of all bliss, of all spiritual bliss. And therefore, when the devotees talk to each other about Krishna, they get completely absorbed in that. And they don't want to leave. They want it to go on and on and on. How many of you have not heard of a great king called King Parikshit? Anyone? Everyone has heard, okay. So King Parikshit was cursed to die in 7 days. We won't go into the history of that. What did King Parikshit do? He did not first thing call up his lawyers and his doctors and his connections everywhere to try to avert that. He realized this is Lord Krishna's arrangement. Therefore, I must immediately renounce my kingdom, hand over the throne to my son, Janamejaya, and I should leave for the forest, sit on the banks of the Ganga river, the holy Ganga river, and meditate on Krishna. So he went, and the word spread like wildfire through the social media, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere people were, Parikshit Maharaj is moving, he's been cursed to die in 7 days, and then everybody said, OMG, everybody said, is that so? And then somebody said, but there's going to be a beautiful katha, a beautiful narration of Krishna's pastimes, LOL, LOL. Nice. So the word spread a lot. And people who were devotees of Krishna, the moment they understood that Krishna Katha was going to happen, Krishna Katha means talks about Krishna, they immediately got enlivened. Then I want to go there. Because Parikshit Maharaj was a pure devotee, and Shukadev Goswami was also a pure devotee. So when two pure devotees gather together, what do they talk about? Stock market? No. They talk about Krishna. So similarly, for example, just as an incidental comment, The Bhagavad Gita is a talk between the pure devotee Arjuna and Krishna. Can they talk about anything apart from devotion? Why should they? So for those who say that Bhagavad Gita is all about karma, Bhagavad Gita is all about yoga, it's about this and that, that's not a fact. The fact is that the Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna and his pure devotee Arjuna. Therefore, there can be no topic other than devotion that is discussed. And other topics, if at all they are discussed, are just to give us a relative understanding of the superiority of bhakti or devotion vis-a-vis other paths of spiritual understanding. Anyway, so coming back to King Parikshit and Shukadev Goswami. So immediately Parikshit Maharaj asked, please tell me, what is the duty of a person who is about to die? And Shukadev Goswami immediately answered, Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Shrotavyaha Kirtitavyascha Smartavyaha Chechata Bhayam. My dear king, for one who wants to become free from the fear of death, one who is standing at the doorstep of death must constantly remember, hear about, chant about, worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. And then Shukadev Goswami goes on to speak for 7 consecutive days the Srimad Bhagavatam. And not once did King Parikshit start complaining, because none of them were eating even a morsel of food. None of them drank even a drop of water. None of them slept even a wink. And yet they were all fresh. And King Parikshit was worried. Rather than Shukadev Goswami being worried, King Parikshit was worried. What was his worry? His worry was that Shukadev Goswami might think that Parikshit is a king and he won't be able to survive the 7 days without food and water, and he'll be very tired and so on and so forth. So he tried to pacify Shukadev Goswami and said, "Oh sage, don't worry. Don't think that because I'm a king and you're going to speak for 7 days, I'm going to get hungry and tired and I'll lose interest. No, 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 no. Just go on speaking about Krishna. And I'll be very happy. It's like nectar flowing from your mouth." So Parikshit Maharaj actually encouraged Shukadev Goswami to not be worried. Go on speaking. And Shukadev Maharaj was very enlivened to hear this statement from Parikshit Maharaj. So he spoke. For 7 days consecutively, there was a question and answer session, and many sages had gathered there to hear this momentous historic dialogue called the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have examples like this, where devotees gather together and they hear and chant about Krishna. And they derive tremendous happiness, so much joy that they even forget that they're hungry, or they're sleepy, or they're tired, or they forget that their knees are paining, or their bodies are aching, or they even forget that they have a mobile phone. So this is the characteristic of a devotee, the chief one, that the pure devotee takes tremendous pleasure in hearing and chanting about Krishna. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. And you might ask, well, if I don't have it, what should I do? Do it anyway. Keep doing it. Practice makes perfect. The more we sit in the association of devotees and hear about Krishna, the more our attraction for Krishna and attachment to his messages will increase. And it will go on and on. Krishna is waiting, and Krishna himself likes to hear his descriptions. Wherever the devotees gather to discuss Krishna, Krishna himself comes there. He is present. Why, you may ask? Let me give you an example. Let's say there's two of you are talking quietly about a third person. And you sing, pss, 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 about him, The third person's walking by. What do you think he's going to do? He'll come up to you and say, what are you talking about me? I want to hear. Right? He's curious to know what you're talking about him. So when the devotees are talking about Krishna, Krishna gets the message, hey, they're talking about me. So he comes and he wants to listen. What are my devotees speaking about me? Let me hear. So he also comes in and he participates, he squeezes into the crowd and he also sits down. Just look to your left and right, make sure you know the person sitting next to you. So this is the miracle of Krishna consciousness. When we are on that level of attachment for Krishna, then Krishna personally manifests. Then it's not a theoretical thing. It's not just a philosophical idea, not some abstract thing. Then it's a tangible reality, the most tangible thing in existence, where Krishna personally appears. I want to tell a little story about a great devotee called Bilva Mangal Thakur. He lived many years ago. And he was actually quite a wealthy man. He was from a pious family. Unfortunately, fell into bad ways. But then, the lady he got attracted to, and to whom he went by giving up his wife, who was also very chaste and faithful to him, was herself a great devotee of Krishna. But somehow she had herself fallen into bad days and therefore had to resort to these practices. So one day when Bilva Mangal had, at the time when his father had passed away and the funeral ceremonies were going on, he was so eager to be with this lady that he left the funeral ceremony and crossed the raging river that was flooded. In heavy rains and downpour, he was drenched to the bone. Somehow he swam across, risking his life. He reached the house was closed. She lived on the first floor, and he wanted to climb up the window. There was no rope. He saw something hanging. He climbed. It was a snake. He didn't even realize. He knocked on the door. She opened the window, and he fell in. And she was shocked. Your desire for me is so strong that you're willing to risk your life. If only you had a fraction of love for Krishna as you did for me, your life would have been perfect. And he said, what do you mean? And that was a turning point in his life. He changed. He left everything and went to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a place of Krishna. Several incidents happened on the way, but we don't have time to discuss that. Suffice it to say that along the way, he lost his vision, became blind. Now he didn't know how to go to Vrindavan. So he was asking people, my dear sir, can you show me the way to Vrindavan? Someone would say, just keep going straight, keep going left, keep going right, whatever. Then suddenly, one little boy with a very sweet sounding voice came and spoke to him. Baba, Baba means a holy man. Where are you going? He said, I'm going to Vrindavan. Really? So come on, I'll take you there because I'm going to Vrindavan as well. So he held his hand and he guided him. And Bilva Mangal happily walked along. This boy was a chatterbox. You know a chatterbox? One who keeps on talking. So children are sometimes like that, even grown-ups actually. So this boy was a chatterbox. He kept on chatting and chatting and chatting, and Bilva Mangal normally, he had become a pure devotee by now, Normally he would have been very impatient and he would have brushed it off, because a pure devotee doesn't like to listen to all kinds of nonsensical chatter. Of course, for children, sometimes we don't mind. We listen to their jabbering. But this little boy's constant chatting was something magical. So Bilvamangal's heart was completely charmed and enchanted by the non-stop talking of this little boy. And he was talking all sorts of trivialities and little things that made little difference. And Bilvamangal was thoroughly enjoying himself. And he was walking along, and they spent many days on the road. In those days, there weren't any cars and trains and aeroplanes and so on. And he was deliberately walking down. So they spent many, many days together like this. And Bilvamangal Thakur, for him, these were the most happy days of his life. He had never experienced such bliss in his whole life. And he was so happy he couldn't even stop to think why he was happy with this little boy. What was special about this little boy? And then finally, after many days, the boy said, Babaji, now we have come to Vrindavan. We are on the outskirts. And now I have to leave you. I have to go now. And then Bilvamangal, at that time, in a flash, it struck him. What struck him? The identity of this boy. Who was this boy? Harry Potter? Huh? Who was this boy? Krishna. All these days, it was Krishna who was holding him by his hand and walking him along. And now, just before Krishna left, Krishna gave him that understanding that all these days it was Krishna who was leading him. And just at that moment, at the moment that Krishna left his hand, Bilvamangal understood, oh my God, yes, literally, oh my God, yes. This is Krishna. And then he said, wait a minute, where have you gone? But Krishna disappeared. Anyway, he wasn't able to see, but then Krishna didn't reply. He wasn't around. He searched desperately here and there and here and there. Where are you? Come back. I know who you are. Come back now. But nothing doing. No one. Krishna didn't come back. Then after a fair amount of time of such desperate searching and pleading and crying and shouting for Krishna, come back. Then he resigned himself. He calmed down. And then he says, okay, Krishna, so you've run away from me, from my physical grasp. You think you're very strong, don't you? You think you're very intelligent. Let me see how strong you are. And escape from my heart, and then show me how powerful you are. Let me see if you're strong enough to leave my heart and go away. And of course, Krishna was not strong enough to do that. Because the love of the pure devotee conquers Krishna. Krishna, by definition, as God, is all-powerful. There's nothing more powerful than Krishna. He's omnipotent, omniscient, omni-everything. But there's one thing in the world that is more powerful than Krishna. That is love, bhakti. So when the devotee's love becomes so pure, Krishna is conquered by that love, as he was by Mother Yashoda in Vrindavan, or by the cowherd boys, or the gopis in Vrindavan. So Krishna then becomes conquered, and Krishna could not therefore leave Bilvamangal's heart. This is what it means here to be the life and soul. Because Krishna becomes a life and soul for the devotee becomes a life and soul for Krishna. Madgata prana. Because the devotee's life is surrendered to Krishna, so Krishna becomes completely surrendered to the devotee. This is a reciprocal relationship of love between the devotee and the Supreme Lord. These are, of course, very exalted stages of devotion. So when we read about them, we get inspiration, we get instruction, and we should follow in the footsteps of these great devotees by doing our practices, our devotional practices, like chanting on the beads, hearing about Krishna in the classes like this, reading books like the Bhagavad Gita as it is and Srimad Bhagavatam, taking darshan of the deities, rendering varieties of service by coming to the temple, and so on. Then gradually, by associating with Krishna in all these different ways, our love for Krishna will grow and grow and grow. Then one day, by Krishna's mercy, we will also become pure devotees of the Lord. And that will become the perfection of our life. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So now we will, I believe every Sunday you chant one round of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on the beads, is it? Yes? So do you circulate beads? So those of you who have your own beads, you may chant on your beads, and those of you who don't have the beads, one will be given to you, and we will all chant one round together. Please stay and chant this one round. How many of you have never chanted on beads before? Please raise your hand. Anyone who has never chanted before? Okay. So someone sitting next to the gentleman, can you please show him how to chant on the beads? So we should chant clearly, pronounce clearly, and hear attentively. We begin the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra by first chanting the Panchatattva mantra, which is an invocation, which is a plea to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates to please shower their mercy on us, to enable us to chant the names of Radha and Krishna without offenses. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Little faster now. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now you are charged to take on the world. Tackle anything that comes in your life. If you chant the holy name like this every day, then you can blissfully carry on with your life despite so many challenges. So best wishes, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.